What's going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to review the newest 7 Deadly Sins chapter, and that is chapter 156. This fucking chapter, I'm just gonna get right into it, and I think I've talked about this before, but it's really starting to, I don't want to say piss me off, but it's really starting to get annoying. This memory thing with Diane is just... This is the first time in the 7 Deadly Sins series where I'm seeing legitimately bad writing. And I'll explain if you don't know what I'm talking about. You know where this is going. I know where this is going. Everybody on the planet who reads this series, that even doesn't watch my videos, knows where this fucking shit is going. She's gonna get her memories back. It's all gonna be happy and go lucky and all that bullshit. And this is basically just a pointless, little story to keep the Sins from reuniting even longer. And when you can tell that it's that kind of plot thing, that's not a good sign. And when you know exactly where a story's going, it is so annoying. You see it in, movies, especially kids' movies, where they have the character who lies, and then that's, the plot of the movie for the first half, and then it gets revealed that they're a liar, and then they get outcasted, and everyone mopes and dopes for, 10 minutes. Then they come back, and their plan actually works, and they get accepted. And it's just yeah, I've seen that. Been there, done that 1,000 times. This is the same basic story where it's okay, she's gonna fucking lose her memory, and she's gonna meet up with the people that she cares about, and she's not gonna trust them. Then they're gonna, say something or do something that they did in the past, and it's gonna bring back a little bit of memory. And that's exactly what happens, and I knew that was gonna happen, or... someone would say something and she just got all her memories back is what I was hoping for. But I don't see what this could lead up to. I don't see what this could be, because what this could lead up to that's going to be different than the obvious outcome. And at most, she could reunite with King, and they could, have a tragic moment where they don't know each other. But I feel like it'd be better if one of them died and they have a tragic moment where one dies and they're both there for the situation, and... on both ends, it's tragic because they love each other, but they don't know it, or one of them doesn't know it. But that's not gonna fucking happen, so... yeah, I don't know. This is just not good writing. It's very, very, very predictable. Very predictable for 7 Deadly Sins as well. Not predictable by 7 Deadly Sins standards, don't get that confused. This is predictable by any standard, and for the 7 Deadly Sins standards, that's pretty bad. So... not a huge fan of this little arc that's going on with Diane, and not a huge fan of this chapter, really, because, I mean, the art was good. I liked seeing Hawk get smashed around, seeing the people at the bottom of that pit was kind of dark, and the buildings on the walls were kind of cool. You know, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Diane had actually some funny facial expressions, and Elizabeth, you know... it's determined Elizabeth, as the chapter cover showed. Oh, I'm gonna rip leeches off of you. It's okay. I don't know. Elizabeth's not I mean, she's determined, but she's not tough, quote unquote. But I mean, I guess she is to a certain, you know, just the way it depicted her and the way she ripped off the leech, it looked all like an action panel was being drawn. That was kind of funny. Not that it was supposed to be, but yeah. And then Meliodas comes out of the forest, and it's not Meliodas, and I really don't... I mean, there's a bunch of him also, because when he first came out and I saw his face, I was like, oh my god, Elizabeth's gonna say, you can trust him, and then this is gonna turn out to not be Meliodas, and Diane's gonna be like, I knew you were tricking me, and it's just no, please don't do that. And you see a shit ton of Meliodases, so... yeah, but he can do that with his sacred treasure, right? So maybe they'll... I don't know. But, so Meliodas, fake Meliodas is there, and... then the berries. If the berries are fucking poisonous, and they get Diane sick, and she's like, I knew I couldn't fucking trust you, I'm gonna be so... that chapter's gonna get a fucking 1, I swear to god, if that happens. Just don't drag it out even more. But, as of what this chapter had, it is honestly a 6 to a 5.5 out of 10. I mean, not a lot happened. They didn't progress in the labyrinth much. This fake Meliodas showed up. It's kind of interesting, who is that? What's going on? His face isn't... it's not like the pacifist guy, because his face isn't, you know, his face was one-to-one like that other dude with those other knights. This is a different face, so I don't know who this is, but... yeah, and he doesn't seem to be familiar with Elizabeth. He just kind of says, oh, it's a girl, a giant, and a little pig, so... Yeah, but I hope no more contrived fucking, like, misunderstandings happen. She's like, I don't trust you with, like, the berries being poisonous or some bullshit. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I liked the art in the chapter. That was the best part. And the progression wasn't really there. But she did get a little bit of her memories back, and she also, not she, Meliodas showing up at the end is kind of like, you know, it's interesting. I want to see what the fuck's going on there. Kind of reminds me of like early Seven Deadly Sins with the Forest of White Dreams or whatever it was called, with like all the Elizabeths, but this is clearly different. So, yeah, it had an interesting thing at the end. The art was pretty good, and Diane did a little bit of her memory back, but I just, in my opinion, I know it's my opinion, but I just can't get over the predictability of the writing and how standard this is and how I know exactly where this is going, and it's just so boring. So, yeah, it's like a 5.5 to a 6. Decent chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins at best, and I'm probably being generous. I'm trying to not to be too biased, you know? Because it is, for like the memory loss thing, it is being done okay, I guess, from like an objective standpoint, but it is just not that good of writing to begin with, so where does the opinion end and where does the opinion end and the objectivity begin? Whatever, 6 out of 10 is what I'm giving it. So, thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins in the comment section below. You can follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. Give this video a thumbs up. That would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you've seen here, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.